Let's just highlight all that's happened in Puducherry. You've got not just the development of Kiran Bedi being removed as the Lieutenant Governor, but also that this is happening at a time when the Congress-led government appears to have lost the majority in the Assembly after a second MLA of the party resigned in a matter of 2 days. And amid this crisis is when the news came in of Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi being removed. Telangana Governor Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan has replaced her. She's got an additional charge now of Puducherry. Sources say that Kiran Bedi's removal is being considered as a bold strategy because the Congress was planning for a massive campaign blaming Bedi for curtailing development projects for the Union Territory. The Congress has now slipped into minority after losing 5 MLAs following the resignation of 4 and the disqualification of one of its MLAs, Dhanavel. BJP claims that MLA Maladi Rao, who resigned yesterday, will be joining the Saffron Party. The Narayanasamy government is now left with 14 seats. Now, why is there a problem? Because if you see, of the 14 seats, Congress has 10. Its ally DMK has 3 MLAs, and then it's got the support of 1 independent MLA. With 14, remember that it's tied with the opposition. If you look at the numbers of the BJP, the AIADMK and the AINRC, which is the All India NR Congress, they also have 14 seats. And the current effective strength of the House is at 28. Amid this crisis that the Congress is staring at, you have Rahul Gandhi visiting the Union Territory today, and it remains to be seen whether he'll take stock of what's happening and try to ensure that the Congress doesn't face any more problems in Puducherry.
The people of Puducherry got victory by removal of Dr. Kiran Bedi because she was stopping welfare schemes, she was ignoring the elected government, she was interfering in the day-to-day administration, she was running a parallel government, and she was also giving direction directly to the officers, which is unheard of in the history of any country. The Lieutenant Governor and the governors are acting against the Constitution and the rule of law.
Don't you think why the central government took almost 4.5 years to actually remove her from power?
No, because she was acting as an agent of BJP government, and she was doing whatever the BJP leaders in Puducherry said. She was ignoring the people of Puducherry. She was totally sidelined the elected representatives, and she has no respect for the elected government, and she was behaving in an unconstitutional manner. The people of Puducherry have been watching it, and they have been supporting our move for removal of Dr. Kiran Bedi.
Opposition leader says that you do not have majority. How exactly is the number standing currently, sir?
No, see, it is not only the number, but I told you very clearly that we have got majority. We will do everything according to the Constitution. It is the job of the opposition to blame the government, and they have been doing it. Because BJP's game plan of poaching MLAs is the habit. They did it in several states. Now they are trying in Puducherry.
You're saying your MLAs were poached. 4 MLAs of yours were poached.
No, it is not. I'm not telling if they've been poached. I've been telling that these MLAs, some of them have gone there. Now they realize that they committed a blunder.
Have they spoken to you yet about this blunder? Are they ready to come back?
No. I say I'm not going to say anything else that because they have been sidelined in their party.
So while the Puducherry Chief Minister claims that all is well, there's no crisis, when you look at the numbers, it definitely does show that the Congress is having a problem here as far as the strength in the House is concerned. Let me just explain the numbers for you. The total strength of the Puducherry House is at 33. But remember that 4 Congress MLAs have resigned in the last few months, 2 of them in the last 2 days. 1 MLA, Dhanavel, was disqualified for anti-party activities. That means that the effective House strength comes down now to 28. And here's where it gets very precarious for the Congress. The Congress with its allies, the Congress on its own has 10, then with its ally of DMK has an additional 3 seats, and then there's 1 independent MLA who's supporting them. So that gets them to 14. On the other side, you have the BJP with 3, you have AIADMK with 4, the All India NR Congress, which has been started by former Chief Minister NR Rangaswamy, they have 7. So if you actually look at it, both sides have 14 each, with 28 as the effective strength of the Assembly. Of course, the Congress has slipped into a minority here, and at this point the majority mark stands at 15, with the BJP also claiming that one of the MLAs who resigned, Maladi Rao, is joining them. It will be interesting to see how things play out in the coming days. But there's no doubt that the Congress, as much as they claim everything is fine, that's most definitely not the case when you see these numbers. Let me take this across now to Pramod Madhav, who's joining us live from Puducherry. So Pramod, there's no doubt that the Congress is staring at a massive crisis. And while many did read initially the removal of Kiran Bedi as Lieutenant Governor as advantage Congress, in reality perhaps it's a setback to their campaign in the run-up to polls in the Union Territory.
Absolutely. We do have to connect the dots over here because yesterday, almost until 6 p.m., the Congress was in complete distress and there was no proper movements. And the Chief Minister very clearly mentioned that he has, he still has majority. But when we asked for the numbers, he could not provide a direct one because the numbers, just like you mentioned, were in the middle ground, 14 and 14. However, after the removal of Lieutenant Governor, Narayanaswamy became happy once again, and he was constantly there were celebrations across Puducherry, bursting crackers and everything together. But however, when we still ask for the number and about the majority and how the opposition leader Rangasamy is asking for asking the government to be dissolved, Narayanaswamy very clearly mentioned that they still have majority and as per the constitution he will go ahead and proceed. But when we asked for the direct number, they could not provide us with one. And the last one, and very important one, is that though they believe that removal of Kiran Bedi is Narayanaswamy is stating that it is only because of the protest done by the people and by Congress right outside this place. The interesting factor here is that now as Kiran Bedi is gone, what will they complain about? For 4.5 years in this location, Congress party in Puducherry, the government was protesting against Kiran Bedi. So now she's gone. What's going to be the selling point for that? And Narayanaswamy said that they will only fight for keeping the uniqueness of Puducherry. Will people agree to it is something we have to wait and watch, because in 2016 election, one of the important candidates, that was Namachivayam, who actually was also hailed for making Congress win here, has also quit the party and he has gone to the other side camp. So those things are definitely going to have a bigger play now.
And as much as the Chief Minister Narayanaswamy in that conversation with you, Pramod, claimed that there's absolutely no problem, that the Congress is united, they won't dissolve, the reality is that the numbers are simply not in their favour. And important to highlight here that Rahul Gandhi is also going to be in Puducherry today. Pramod, thank you for joining us this morning with all those details. But I also want to give you a sense of how in the run-up to this moment of Kiran Bedi being removed, we've seen a bitter face-off between the Puducherry Chief Minister and Kiran Bedi on every single issue. The Chief Minister is accused of interfering in his work. Bedi has hit back, saying she was just doing what she's supposed to do. She was doing her work.
We have taken oath of secrecy. The governors and lieutenant governors also, they have taken oath of secrecy. Any official communication which is confidential should not be divulged to the public. Day in and day out you find the Twitter, Facebook and WhatsApp, every day all the official communication which is confidential communication is coming in the media. That is clear violation of the oath of office or the oath of secrecy that has been taken by the constitutional body. Therefore, the people will judge, our people of the state. In fact, earlier I was able to win over her. I used to tell her very clearly, this is the limit of your power. And now when she goes to the villages, in the name of inspection, the people started opposing. People started gathering here. From that she can understand. She should understand.
He should think twice before he says anything like this. Honorable Chief Minister has sought clarifications on his responsibilities and administrators' responsibilities from the Ministry of Home Affairs not once, but twice. At least please respect that. And it is exactly saying as I am performing. I can call officers, I can seek clarifications, I can reach out to the people, I can listen to people's grievances.
Taking this back across to Pramod Madhav. Pramod, when perhaps this announcement was made, the Congress would have been left smiling, especially because we've seen how things have got downright ugly and personal in the fight between the Chief Minister and Lieutenant Governor in the past. What does the entry of Tamilisai Soundararajan really mean for the Congress as well as for... All right, we've lost the connection with Pramod. My apologies. We're cutting across, however, to breaking news that's coming in.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to to press the bell icon to stay updated.